Hi everybody, today's video was going to be what was in my travel makeup bag. I thought I would just share with you what I decided to bring on the recent trip that I was on. I tried to keep things somewhat minimal, just not to feel overwhelmed by too much products, which I've done in the past where when you're home at your vanity and you think, oh, I'll bring this, I'll bring that, and you start anticipating that you'll be using all sorts of products, and it just, I find for myself that almost becomes overwhelming on vacation. You're not in your usual things. Sometimes you're working in an area that's smaller, the lighting's not as good, you can't spread out your things as well. So I decided to pare it down and just bring what I thought I would really use with a couple of other options, just to keep it simple. I'll just share the bag that this is my makeup bag. I found it about a year and a half ago, and I'd been looking for what I thought was the perfect travel makeup bag, just because I like my things to be neat and not all jumbled on top of one another. So this is by Simon Chang, and it opens like that, and it's like, it keeps it very nice and organized. I know there's a lot of glare. So it has two separate zipper parts, and your makeup doesn't move around. I mean, slightly, but it doesn't get all jumbled up. So you're less likely to break anything. And what I normally do is, I don't have one right here, but normally I bring like these microfiber cloths for drying my brushes, and when I'm traveling I usually just lay it in between and I snap it closed, and it gives that little extra buffer. And then of course this is going to go in my carry-on anyways. So I'll break it down, I'll take out everything that I brought, and I'll just go through it quickly. I'll be back. So as for what was in the bag, I was starting off my day with the SPF 50, the L'Oreal BB, and this is the tinted one, and it's a really nice SPF, you know, feeling on your skin. It doesn't have that traditional sunscreen, so that worked well. And I was topping it with the Maybelline, the Dream Fresh BB, and this is in medium deep, and that just gives you a little bit of, you still see your skin, but it warms up your complexion, and I need a little something even if I'm not really wearing a full face of makeup. For the evening, I did a combination of the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in the 210 and 310, and I just sort of mixed them as I thought, you know, looked best. For under eye, I also brought my L'Oreal True Match, and this is in W123. Concealer wise, for imperfections and breakouts, because I always get breakouts when I go on vacation, it's almost part of the trip. This is the Almay Clear Complexion, and it's in the medium shade, number 300, and this stuff is fantastic. I love it. It's got great pigmentation. As far as for powder, I brought just one, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium plus. I love this powder, and I'll always use that powder. As far as bronzer, I didn't go crazy. I only brought one bronzer. I took the Tarte Park Avenue Princess and the matte bronzer. Then as far as for blushes, I stuck with the two blushes that were actually in my favorites that I did for February, I think it was. And I love them both. They're both Sephora blushes. This is the Rose Petal, and this is the Orange Punchy Peachy something or other. And anyways, those two worked out perfect. I actually wore the Orange Punchy Sunbake, that's what it's called, maybe a tad more. I felt like it kind of was going with the, you know, the more glowy skin. As far as for highlighter, I took my MAC cream color base in Hush, and it's more of a peachy golden, and I really like this color. So that. As far as eyeshadows, I kept it quite simple. I took out two quads, and I just filled them with colors that I thought I would get the most wear out of, that were kind of no-brainer. Just reach for them, don't think about it. You know, you don't want to get all fussy with your makeup, or at least I don't. This was the one that I reached for probably the most, and on every day. So that's Era, Wedge, Cork, and Coquette, and that pretty much, that combination did me you know, perfect for most daytime wear, and I would wear that in the evening. Then I also brought another quad that I put in. This is Arena Woodwinked Mulch and Brun. So this could deepen up the look, and then you had that nice Volux pearl finish from the woodwink. So I had a little bit of glow for the evening, but probably the first quad, this one was the one that I wore pretty much the most. I felt like I didn't have to think about it. I was in a hurry. You know, you're with other people, you're going out. My vacation was part beach vacation and part cruise. So it was, you know, kind of casual, except for the, you know, dinners on the cruise were a little bit more fancy. Just for a little inner corner highlight, I took this NYX eyeshadow in Aloha. And so that's nice and bright, has a little bit of shimmer and worked well on the inner corner. And as far as, there was no matte brow highlight type of color in the palette, so I took this, well, it's looking very, very white here, but it's actually sort of a yellowish white, and it's also a NYX eyeshadow, and it's a nude matte shadow, and this is in the shade I Have a Headache, and this is perfect. It was perfect brow highlight. I really have been enjoying that color. And then as far as mascara, I brought just a mini Tarte. This is the Gifted, so that worked fine. I don't know if I'd purchase this full size, but I liked it well enough for the trip. As far as for, yeah, it's true, I brought 3 eyeliners, but the one that I wore the most is my tried and true Teddy liner by MAC. It's just that perfect warm brown shade that I love. And actually two Maybelline, the wind up kind. This is in Espresso, and this is the black one in Onyx, and they're the Unstoppable, and those hold up well in the waterline. I was really impressed. Even when it was hot out, I found that they held up well. So the combination of those 3 liners, I did not need anything else. For brows, I just took this, it's actually not a brow pencil, but I find the color works really well for me. It's very inexpensive. It is the Bonnie Bell Eye Define, and the color's Latte, and I've been wearing this a ton lately in my brows, and it works just fine, and it's very inexpensive. For lips, I kept it super simple. I brought 1 lip liner, 1 lip gloss. I forgot I have an SPF for my lips, but that's downstairs. So I brought the Buxom White Russian and the Annabelle Haven number, what is it, 315. And for evening, I did a combination. I brought 1 lipstick, talking about minimalist or what, and I brought the lipstick by MAC in the color O. Paired with that, topped with the gloss, I felt like it was enough. I really didn't miss anything else. So this was my version of a minimalist makeup bag for travel, and I think it worked out pretty well. The only thing, as far as, I didn't show the brushes, but brushes I brought in a separate bag, and I brought way too many brushes. I ended up reaching for the same brushes and just washing them and using them over and over, not like when you're at home and you have all your brushes in front of you and you feel like you need all of these things. Really, you could pare it down to just like a 5 brushes maximum, and I would have been good. So anyways, I thought I'd share that with you, and thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.